God is going to do some awesome things. It's exciting how God is moving in this ministry, and it's amazing how the enemy is just trying to steal all the things away and trying to keep people away that need to hear what's happening here, because the devil is terrified of this ministry. I'm here to tell you that when you start talking about power killers, the devil, you just have kicked in the gates of hell, and now we've identified the things that are stopping us from doing what God has called us to do. I believe this is going to be the final section of the power killers, the fifth one. To just summarize, the first one was secret sins. The second one was confidence, or the lack thereof. The third one was rebellion. And last week we talked about quitting, which is not an option. And this week we're going to talk about baggage. Baggage. How many of you guys believe that you're carrying baggage around? It's quiet in here again today. That's all right. We're going to get right into it because God's got a word for us. The first baggage that I want to talk about is your past. Your past. Yeah, it's a big one. But what you notice about your past, not only is it big, not only is it the devil is sneaky the way he does. Look how beautiful this baggage looks. And even though it's big, it's on wheels. So you can carry a lot more around and not really notice that you're carrying it around. Like right now, I could go through airports. In fact, we went through to Hawaii with like 4 of these things. Those are big bags. And, we weren't tired. I wasn't rubbing my arms when I was done. Why? Because this baggage is easy to carry around. And so is your past, because we don't want to recognize that it's a problem. In Isaiah 43:18 through 19, it says, "Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the desert and streams in the wasteland." In the King James Version, this says, "Do you not know it?" Forget the former things. Forget your past. Don't try to decorate it. Don't try to disguise it as something like it's really no big deal, because it is a big deal. Which brings me right away, the connection with the past. The second baggage is denial. Denial's coming out of your past baggage. Why? Because you're trying to pretend like you don't have any baggage from your past. But notice denial. Baggage number 2. It's also, we just have it on our back. It's easy to carry. We don't even know it's there. Our hands are still free. Kind of. Even though we're carrying around our past, we have denial on our back, because why? We're denying that we have a past. We're denying that things from our past are not stopping our future. For example, there's so many people that I counsel that are having issues in their relationships now because of issues that they had in past relationships. They brought that baggage from their past into their new relationship, and it stops them from doing everything. Not only does it stop you with your relationships, it also stops you functioning in the house of the Lord. Why? Because you're denying that you have problems, you're resisting your past, and you're acting like everything is okay. This backpack is not bothering you. It's on your back. You can't even see this baggage because it's behind you, so you think. But it's still on you, and it's weighing you down. And the more baggage you have, the less you're able to move, the more it demobilizes you, because it starts taking functions away. We start worrying about things even on our jobs, that because of a past situation that happened in an old job that we had, that we can make it through this job. We got through that situation, so anything that this new job brings on me ain't going to bother me no more. And it doesn't work like that. Your past will haunt you, and it will slowly beat you down because you have denial that backs up your past. Why are you denying that you have a past instead of trying to get an answer for your past? You know, it's dangerous when you deny things. For example, in Matthew 26, Matthew 26, 69 through 74, Peter disowns Jesus. He's in such denial that when people come up to him and say, aren't you one of the ones that hung around Jesus? And what does Peter say? I don't know the man. He's denying that he even knew Jesus. He's even denying something that is so important, that's so powerful, that's so effective for his future ministry to come, that he has to go through that denial process. From the very beginning, there was denial. Adam and Eve. When God shows up and asks Adam, where is he at, and what did he do? What does Adam say? The woman you gave me this. In other words, Jesus is the problem. You're not the problem. Why? Because you're denying that you did something that you partook in. So from the very beginning, there was denial. From the very beginning, there was something that haunts our past if we allow it to keep haunting our past. So much to the point that we'll deny that we know Jesus. Not only that, we'll deny that we have the power. Our past will stop us from using the anointing that God told us long time ago that He gave us. People are prayed over, just like we prayed over Zoraida this morning, and we feel a release. And I'm not saying Zoraida's going to do this, but I've seen many people, when you tell them that I saw this in the spirit, that this was released off of, those people deny that it was true, and then they linger on in the past, and they stay in the past, and these two baggages will kill you. They will literally kill all the power, and that, as long as the enemy can keep you with just these two bags, then he's got you exactly where he wants you. We cannot allow them to be effective. Our third bag is worry. Can I get my assistants? What's that? One right there. The black one. Yeah. They're tagged. Worry. How many of you guys worry? Notice again, worry is not much of a problem. We just strap it over our shoulder and we walk around with it. It's an easy bag to carry around. If we look down occasionally, we see it. But if we don't look down, we don't see it. Because we got faith. That I trust God. I believe that God can do all things. I believe God's going to get me out of my situation. And at the same point, you're worrying about how you're going to get out of the mess that you're in. How am I going to get out of this? Because you deny who God is, and you deny that you have a problem, and it just causes worry to become more of a problem. You can't worry about the things that you cannot control. You understand that worrying is not good for you. Number one, it can physically shut you down. Worry can give you high blood pressure. It can give you ulcers. It can cause all kinds of things, and it's all basically unnecessary because you're worrying about something that you can't do anything about. So real faith is trusting God for the thing that you cannot see, believing that He's the one in control and He's the one that can take it from you. Do you understand that God is like a bellhop, if you will? And I'm not disrespecting God, but in this case, I want you to understand that God is willing to grab all of your bags and carry them to where they need to be so that you don't have to carry them. That God can take your past and He can get you out of your mess. Do you understand that there's people that have been physically abused, that have been sexually abused, that have been verbally abused, that have been just tormented, and their past is killing them, and it's worrying them to death because they wonder who's going to find out about my past. How long can they deny it? And then how long are they going to worry about it? Do you understand that there's people probably in this room right now that you can't tell people in this room what you've gone through? But you know what? You don't have to. All you have to do is give it to God and trust God and understand that that's one less bag that you have to carry, and the less weight that you're carrying around, the more good things that you can carry for God. You see, as long as you're carrying all this junk around, you're just like a confused passenger in a terminal that's bumping into everything, and it's a slow process, and it causes you to miss the flight of where you're going. You miss the opportunity to get on that next level of your life that's going to get you to the place of your destiny that God has for you. But you're weighed down too much. Worrying is also the opposite of trusting God. Turn to Philippians 4, 6 through 7.